So now that we have our chicken all boned out, we have our pieces that we're gonna be grinding for our forcemeat. Now it's time to prepare the breast portion for our galantine. So first you're just gonna take out this tenderloin and set it aside for grinding. And then since we're working on just two really small pieces, two small galantines, we're actually going to just make sure there's not any excess sinew on your chicken breast. And then from here, we're actually just going to slice this completely in half, just like this, right down the middle. Because what we're looking for is just two small strips, thin strips of meat. So you can see how I have my chicken breast now cut into two separate pieces. And then from here, I have my plastic wrap, and I'm just gonna set this over the top. And then taking the meat mallet, just gently flatten this out. Just like this. So we want it to be nice and thin, but also we want to make sure that we don't go too deep and break that meat, because we want a nice thin piece of chicken to lay into our galantine. So there's our first one. I'll go ahead and show you what that's going to look like, and then I'm going to go ahead and oops. So this one I got a little bit thin on it, but it should be okay. I'm going to go ahead, and I have an extra breast, so we're going to go ahead and try it with this different one. See how this ripped through these different veins here? I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside. I'm really happy I have an extra chicken breast, so I'm just going to start out with this one then. This one won't work because it just kind of fell apart, so it's good for you guys to see that that could happen. So again, I'm not going to go quite as far with it this time. So since you have two chicken breasts that you'll be pulling off your chicken, utilize the top portion, and I'll show you that again, what that looks like. I'm just gonna go a little farther down with this so it's a little bit thinner. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be looking for to roll our galantine. So I'm gonna set that aside, and then again to show you slicing this down, we're gonna need two pieces of breast, so we're just gonna slice it down the top. And I'm glad because I can utilize this extra trim to grind into forcemeat. So again, this bottom, you can see how this was the top of the breast. This is what we're gonna pound down and use for our galantine. And then this portion, because it has these extra veins in it, it's going to kind of fall apart when I went to pound it. So we're just gonna set that aside and grind it, and then use this top piece for our final galantine. So again, I'm just gonna get my breast pound out, and then we'll jump into the next step.